What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tales from the Barrens. I'm Dustin.
I'm Dustin.
Man,
No, I'm
we're
Dustin.
we're in
You're
a
you're
Dustin.
Dustin?
I'm Dustin. I just changed my name.
Dustin Triangle.
Dustin cubed, baby.
Dustin Cubed.
That would be more than three.
That what?
You have four sides, right?
Oh, I'm talking about D3, like a D with the three above it.
Oh,
Instead of
A
okay, okay.
D3?
Yeah.
Anybody got a
yeah.
D3 they want to roll?
Oh my God, dude. Speaking of threes, we are here for Tales from the Barrens number 33.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Big one. We're almost there. Like we are literally one away.
Yep. Next episode will be 100 shorts.
Yes.
Damn, I
Oh
didn't know I
yeah.
had that many pairs.
I'm not allowed to have that many pairs. I don't know where I'd put them all.
Only one, and you're starting to rip a hole.
The ones I'm wearing now are, anyways. Uh,
We're off to a great start, y'all.
oh, but we are here for Tales 33, and what that means is we're going to talk about three short films tonight. One of them is called Entity. The second one is called You Wake to Find Yourself Alone in the Woods. And the last one is called Turn Around.
Turn around.
And then I bet it yet again. I always think of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, turn around.
Oh, but we talk about these shorts, and I'm going to let you guys know right now from the jump. We walk through them. So if you don't want these shorts spoiled, Dustin will have them linked down below
And
and you
washed.
and washed, and you can go watch all these shorts with your own eyeballs, and then come back and listen to us while we take these shorts right to the scare
The scare
scale.
scale.
What's the scare scale? I'm so glad you guys asked me. It stands for story, creature, atmosphere, runtime, and effects.
And
Each
effects.
and effects.
And don't forget those.
I won't. I can't. I made the scale up, Brad. I'm not allowed to.
I have a button that
Yeah.
says scare scale.
I have a button that says scare scale.
I don't.
Because I can't hand you yours, Dustin, until the end of
You
April.
can't handle me. I can't handle me either, dude.
Oh
Try
my
living in this
goodness.
body, man.
I, your body. It's your body.
My body.
Each letter is a 0 to 1, which gives us a number out of 5 for the end of the short.
I'm so
Uh,
happy that you like nailed down this intro because I would be like, blah, 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 blah,
I,
blah, blah, blah.
I,
Yep.
I've done it enough. But,
That's what we do.
but before we talk about tonight's short, we were just talking a little bit about it off air. Brad and myself are fresh off of Horror Hound Weekend. That's why there wasn't a Tales 33 prior to this episode because we were just too goddamn busy.
It was
Yeah.
it was a little busy. A little
You know where
Yeah.
I was?
You were
Not
probably at
there.
home playing Moaning Myers on Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I was at home doing jack shit.
Yeah. A whole lot of nada.
Yeah. Next year
But
that'll be different though.
but we did sit in on the Saturday film block for the short films that were aired in Dustin. I have a couple in my inbox, dude, that I am ready to show you, man, because there were some that were
There's some
really
good
good.
ones.
Well, Brad, what was it? Was it Thrift Store Ouija board? Is that what it was called?
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember.
that
That's a
one.
crazy title.
Yeah. We got that. I have Manifest in my inbox that I'm gonna send to you. The heebie-jeebie guys were there, of course.
Mhm.
And then there was one called. I reached out to the guy. It's called The Chosen, dude.
Okay.
And that is one that when that guy eventually gets back to me, that I absolutely want to bring to the show.
Okay. Send them all to me. I wanna eat.
Bangers, yeah. It was a solid hour and like an hour and a half short film block, dude.
Wow. Okay.
Really good.
And
But
later on Saturday, what did you get to see?
oh yeah, you mean later
Late.
at fucking
Midnight show.
midnight showing? I got to watch a sneak preview of The Barn 3. Dustin, all I'm gonna say is there's little baby pumpkin mans in it.
There are.
Ooh.
There are.
Yeah,
Mm,
Now, don't ask me what they do,
I won't.
but yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get to watch that one soon too. Hopefully,
And it's
as
one of
a
those that if
collective.
you like the first two Barnes, you're gonna love this one.
Oh,
It's
it.
possible that it might be showing up at the next festival that
Oh,
we're going to be at. We
quite
don't know yet.
Awesome.
not yet. But with all that horror hound talk out of the way, let's get to tales. And Dustin, would you like to kick off tonight's tales?
Turn around.
Every little bit of
Sure. Yeah,
good.
I would love to. Let me get my my calculator out. Sorry, minor stroke. We haven't looked for shorts in a long time. So my feed was starting to run a little dry on shorts, so I kind of had to reamp the algo over there. So for the past couple of days, I've just been watching just shorts or putting on like a minute or two of shorts that would start feeding me some new ones. And I was going down. I watched a couple, and I was like, eh. And then I saw this one. I mean, one thing that made me really want to watch it is because it was said it was award winning, and it's got like 5 or 6 awards on it. So like, okay, let's go ahead and give this one a shot. So it is called Turnaround. Sorry if I'm getting a song stuck in anybody's head because it's in mine. I forget what year this is from. I want to say it was like maybe like 6 years ago. So it's kind of an older one. Um, but it doesn't feel like that at all. So we open up with some title cards, and then we start following this Jeep or this car, and they're like on a long stretch road. It's giving me like New Hampshire vibes. It's very like mountainy, or even like Vermont. Like it's just very like you're secluded. So they're driving. It's a boy and a girl. Um, I believe the boy's name is Nathan, and the girl's name is Emily or something like that. I forget the names. But they're talking, and she's kind of asking him, "Hey, what kind of things are you into?" And
Do you like butt stuff? You know.
yeah, and he's like, "Well, I don't know." And she's like, "Well, I don't have to know somebody to know somebody. They've only been dating. We get confirmed that they've only been dating for maybe like a couple of weeks. This is a third date, so I'm gonna say like maybe 3 weeks, I would say, maybe. And he's like, "Oh, I guess we're kind of moving quick considering what we're doing."
You,
She's like, "Yeah, camping trip. I mean, three
you know what
days."
happens when you go on your third date, Dustin? You get lost in the woods.
I was gonna go
Ew.
down a different road, but we'll leave it where you said. So they're kind of driving, and she pulls off to the side. And she's like, "Oh, I gotta go do girl stuff," and he's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I have to go piss, Nathan." And so she leaves, and they're kind of talking. He gets out, and she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and he gets all like, all right, I'm
Smitten.
ready to go now. All right.
Boing.
But
And
stopping in the middle of nowhere to go to the bathroom, that's
yeah, I
always a
mean, that
good
should be
sign
your
in
first
a
big red
horror.
flag. Because he's even saying earlier on, like, where is this on the map? And she's like, it's not. It's a family trip, like a spot to be used to go to. And he's like, oh, okay. With me,
Hmm.
I would be like, can you pull over?
Yeah.
But as she's taking her girl break, we'll say, he's just around the car. We get a time lapse. He's trying to open up the car. It's all locked. Then there's a trail right next to him, which when she was walking away, it didn't look like she was going down this trail. I think she was going a different direction. That might just be kind of weird. I don't know, direction or editing that they were doing. But he starts walking down this trail. It's definitely one that people have walked before. You can tell that it's been laid out. And he's just going and going and going. And then we go by a tree that says, stay on the path. This is private property. So already you're like, okay, I think I know what I'm getting myself into and what he's getting himself into. He's walking, it starts getting dark, dark, and then he hears something behind him. Actually, before that, he sees the keys. We also get a shot of the keys that were in the car before we start seeing our two main people. So he picks up the keys and then he gets knocked out. And then what happens? He wakes up in a basement tied up.
Not camping.
Mm-mm. Now,
No.
this might be a different type of camping for some people.
Mm,
Well, depends on what you're into.
mm.
So
Not
he
yucking
sees
no one's yum.
no. So he's strapped up. In front of him, we see there's like a shelf of all various tools, and this plastic wrap around him. So you're like, oh, okay, this kid's gonna die. So he's like messing around, and he lifts up his arm, and one of the things is loose from like it's strapped still to the chair, but part of it is loose, and he starts hearing someone come down. He goes like, oh crap, we got to put it back, which is a smart thing to do. All right, there you go. This guy, he's got some wits. And then we get introduced to our serial killer, who his name is Brian, who he goes on and says that his name is like derivative of a French word that means like maggot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, all right, dude. And he's like messing around with the tools, he's looking at it, then he puts on his apron and he starts talking about his girlfriend, and he goes, oh, you finally figured it out now. Oh, and I'm starving. So it's like, oh, so this guy's a cannibal. All right. That kind of fits it. You're in the mountains and nowhere to be seen by anyone. And as he's approaching our main character, he lifts up his arm and slices his throat right open. And dude, it's bleeding. There's blood there. So like that was
Just a
really,
little bit,
really good.
a little bit.
He manages to get himself free. And as he gets himself free, behind him, he realizes, because we saw our dude, our killer, take a picture of him, but then he sees behind him there's like maybe like 100 pictures of, I don't know if it's just of him, but there was like cars, but he picks up a picture of himself that looked like it was kind of professionally taken. So I don't know.
Yeah, like a headshot.
Yeah,
Mm.
so it's like, all right, so this guy's been kind of digging around or whatever. Or maybe it was a photographer that he knew. Like I was trying to put some type of pieces together. But he manages to escape. He sees the car. He's got the keys. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go there." Oh, wait, no, actually, where is my girlfriend? He was pretty much saying that she's dead. So what does he do? While covered in blood, goes up the stairs, opens up the door, and our girl's there. And she goes, "Brian," and then realizes, "Oh shit, it's not him anymore." And then it pretty much cuts. And that's my short. Turn around. She
And
definitely
then
turned
again.
around.
Oh, she sure shit did after she was lighting those
Yeah.
candles.
Yeah, and the red dress. Like, oh, okay. So she was really ready for dinner. Let's go.
Fancy dinner time.
But we're gonna go right on over to the scare scale. So this is a story that we're not really shy from. We've seen stories like this before, but I liked kind of the way that it was executed. It wasn't over the top, and it also wasn't like undercut. I felt like it was like right where it needed to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a one. I really enjoyed like how this kind of all unfolded and how he was making these choices. This is also like a 13-minute short as well, so it is a bit longer. But we'll get to that when we get to that rating. Creature. Now this was going through and thinking about this personally, like I know we always kind of have like sidebars of like what a creature could be. Like we rate it on something else. But on this one, I really like, yeah, it's easy to say, oh, it was the guy or it was the girl. But I don't even think I want to label them as a creature. I think in this one, I'm going to leave it a zero. I don't really want to label anything as any type of creature. Maybe you guys will see different on that. But moving along, atmosphere. I love this. Being in the mountains. I've traveled and stayed in places like like actually like on mountains and stuff. So I love being around nature and stuff like that, especially like around like spring or fall time. So that I love that, and also the building, how it was all lit. Seeing this essentially junkyard of cars that you've known these people have been doing this for a long time. I loved all that. So I'm going to give that a one as well. Um, And then what are we at? Runtime? Yeah, runtime. So this is almost 14 minutes. You know what I say, if it's 15 minutes, it's gotta be really fucking good. And this is under 15 minutes. So I don't even need to say that. I thought that they utilized everything on here. I don't think it really dragged. Maybe the time lapse, but I feel like that was needed in a way. I don't think cutting that out or shortening that would have done anything. I'm gonna give that a one as well. And then the effects. This is another one that I was kind of scratching my head at because it's really not a lot other than blood, or that's like really it. I did realize that in the beginning. I don't know if you guys saw, but as they're driving, it looked like they forgot to like color in some of the whatever they're doing because it was like still green, like something they were using a green screen or putting something in there. But there was a little editing glitch that I saw. Um, so I think that might be like my lowest score other than the zero. I'm gonna give that a point 0.5. So that's gonna leave me with a 3.5. I really enjoyed this short. Really, really did.
Nice.
Let's go to Brad.
Ooh. So turn around. Well, we'll start with story. And as you said, this is a story, pieces we've seen a lot of this before. We've seen, when he gets tied up and a cannibal and out in the woods off, in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, been there, done that kind of thing. So I gave it a point 0.5.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible, but I'm like, we've been there. Creature, with you, it was kind of tough to figure out. I think the creature was ultimately Brian and then the girl
Yeah.
who our creature would be. I gave that a point 0.5 because again, even them, we've kind of seen pieces of this before and it wasn't anything super new.
Hmm.
Atmosphere, I dug it. The one thing I loved how it started. I love that drone shot of them as it's flying in, as they come in and out in the middle of nowhere, out in the woods, I mean, this isn't the only one that's in the woods this week. A little bit different,
You're
but
not
it's not
wrong.
the only one in the woods. Um, I dig movies that go out in the middle of nowhere. I do, even though, up until this point, I'm like, okay, we've been there, done that, but I still enjoyed it. I gave it a 0.75 for atmosphere. Runtime, probably could have trimmed a little bit off of it. There were a couple moments where I'm like, okay, let's kind of pick it up just a bit, but it wasn't terrible. I gave it a 0.75 as well. And then effects, even though we didn't have much, I didn't see the green screen kind of slip there, but
That's
the
okay.
the gash across the throat was pretty good, and it was a nice little effect. I gave it a 0.75 for a total of 3.25.
All right.
Oh,
No, it's enjoyable. It
Big
was enjoyable.
dub.
The ending, I wasn't expecting her to turn around at the end, which I kind of dug that.
Turn around.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
It
So,
happened so quick that I scrolled back because I was like, wait, was that her? So I scrolled all the way back to the beginning because you only see her for a short time in the
Yeah.
beginning. Then she's not there for most of it. And then it's like the quick at the end. And you're like, hold on, was that her?
all right. So for me, like both of you are saying, this story is nothing new. I mean, we've seen it a dozen times before, and I was actually just talking about it. Um, with I think we were at Horror Hound. I brought up Low Lifes, which Low Lifes has a different turn to it, but this is
Mhm.
kind of what it felt like. Which I'm giving that a point 0.5. My creature, I am gonna rate this because Dustin brought it up. Like this dude's walking through a junkyard of cars. So how long have they actually been doing this? Which in turn does make them like they're a team. Like they have to be. Like
Yeah.
it's not like she just stumbled upon him doing this. Like this is something that they both have been doing for a very long time. So my creature is getting a one because I do love a cannibal.
Do you now?
I do. You know what I mean? Like nothing's more scary than fucking just human beings.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
true.
Especially one that's like trying to do the God fearing thing, like he's sitting there like reading off fucking Psalms 316 to him, or that's Austin 316, I mean. He's trying to read off all these fucking Bible verses to him, and then he just gets got. Like this kid just outsmarted him, which was great.
Yep.
Atmosphere one. I love the mountain setting. I particularly like the room setting when he's in the room of, the murder room. with
Yeah.
the plastic up and like the Dexter room, you know.
Yep.
Mhm.
I like that a lot. My atmosphere is a 1. Runtime, it didn't feel like 13 minutes. It kind of just cruised by. You know, like I thought it was a pretty good runtime. I don't think that I would trim anything out of it, to be honest. Um, yeah, that's a 1 for me for runtime. And the effects, you're both right. I mean, all there really is that neck slit. The lighting's really good in it, like for the
Yeah.
outside stuff, and when he's creeping around the house. I like the amber look of inside, like the candle lit, like the warmth
Yeah.
that the house has that they're about to have dinner. I like that because it really amplified her red dress a lot. But that's gonna give me. I'm gonna put a point 0.5 for there. So that's gonna give me a grand total of a 4
Wow.
for tonight's short.
All right.
Four big ones.
Turn around.
I'm turning around, man.
Turn around.
That was a pretty good short, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I was out of the ones I watched, like, yeah, this one's the best out of the bunch.
Hell yeah, man. Brad, if you wouldn't mind, can I go next?
Go for it.
All right. So I went ahead and did what I did on the last episode, and I just typed in a topic, found a thumbnail that I liked, and picked it. Went in, I raw dogged it, dude. Like it was, I and I'm like, this thumbnail looks really cool. So I wonder what entity is about.
We're about to find out.
We open up with our main guy. I don't think his name is ever said in this either.
I don't think so.
Walking in with a bunch of Amazon boxes, right? And
Yeah.
he's a little perturbed, like he's feeling a little weirded out, you know, and he just sets his stuff down and I guess he just moved into the house. You know, when you move into a new house, you have like that I'm sleeping over at my friend's feel to it for the first couple of nights because you just don't feel at home yet.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and then it cuts over to him watching TV, eating the loudest bag of popcorn.
So loud.
Dude,
So
dude, I'm
loud.
like, I get that you live by yourself, but man, but
Shut the fuck up.
dude, he's watching Blumhouse's The Invisible Man,
Which
which
He is.
I
banger
love that movie so fucking much.
movie is awesome. He's sitting there watching it, and he goes, presses pause because he thinks he hears something. Whatever.
Yeah, like how the fuck are you hearing anything, dude?
Yeah, exactly. And he does that like 2 or 3 more times. And then that same night, he's going to bed, right? He's laying in his bed. He's warm and toasty, laying in his bed. And then he hears clomping coming around. It's just clomping up the stairs. And he's like, how the fuck? I live here alone. Who the fuck's in my house? Clomping. His door swings wide open.
Boom, boom, boom.
Now, I don't know about you two, but as soon as that door swung wide open, the 3 times I watched this, commercial.
Oh, I had a
No,
commercial in the middle of this too.
no, I have YouTube Premium.
Oh, well, I don't.
I'm too cheap for that.
Dude. And I'm sitting, it's like it was the same spot. Each time it was a fucking commercial. I'm like,
He must have put it there on purpose then.
well, yeah, it dampened the mood. I can tell you that. So it comes back from commercial after I get finished hearing about, you know, flea medicine for my dog or, you know, other stuff. It
Yeah.
comes back to him getting yoinked right out of the bed by his toes, nonetheless. I guess it doesn't work. The boogeyman effect, like getting under your blankie, it doesn't work because he got yoinked out of his bed.
Well,
Yoink.
he didn't fully cover himself, to be fair.
He was vulnerable still. That's right. Vulnerable. So the next morning, it shows up on the phone with someone saying, hey, man, is there any chance I can, you know, come crash at your house, you know, say for like 3, 4 nights? I don't feel pretty fucking comfortable here. And his friend on the phone essentially just told him no.
Nah, dog.
Nah, dude, I don't got room in my bed for you. So then it shows
Stay in your
him
big mansion you just bought.
Yeah,
exactly.
literally.
It shows him next scene. He's like, how to do a seance. Looking up that shit on the internet, dude. And then he ends up, you know, running into a church. It shows him running to a church, and he gets into like this altercation with the father there, and the father's like, trying to talk to him. He's like, "No, you need to fucking get him out of my house." And they're grabbing each other, and the father like rears back about to punch him, dude. I'm like,
Son.
"Wow, shut the fuck up." And then he ends up at one of my favorite places, at the Dollar General. Dude, he went to and this is what made me think of that short, Brad, because he goes to the Dollar General and buys a Ouija board.
He does.
Dude, like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go there to fucking get that, dude.
So he goes home and sets up the Ouija board. And he's like, "What do you want from my?" First of all, his hand's not even on it. The Ouija board's just set up. All right. Candles lit, Ouija board set up. And he's like, "What do you want? This is my house. All this and that. Show yourself." And he turned.
Didn't he already buy his like 30 cameras before that he
Oh,
set up
that's right.
there?
That was the second night. He bought a bunch
Yeah.
of motion sensing
Oh
cameras.
fuck yeah!
I
Literally
for,
every corner of the house.
yeah, I forgot about that. That was the night he got pulled out of bed
Yeah.
because he hooked all of it up to his little CRTV he had like
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
And the quality of his camera, the cameras he bought are actually nice cameras. And when they show it, I'm like, they look better than this.
yeah, you have it hooked up to a fucking potato is what you have it hooked
Yeah.
up to.
Literally.
So he turns around after like I guess he was like profusely crying, right? Because like
Yeah.
his face is wet. He can't open his eyes, but he turns around and there's like a sheet floating in the middle of the air. Head shape, like you can tell it's obviously a ghost, right? So
Morning Myers.
he walks up to it, yoinks that sheet off, and there's nothing there. Then he squares up with the ghost,
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
dude. And the ghost is slapping him around, like throwing around. Then the ghost like puts him in like a rare naked chicken hold, and then starts choking the shit out of him. And like the ghost is like, I had to rewind it just so I can hear what he said. He goes, but he's like, "What are you doing here? You're disrespecting me being in my house." And the guy's like, "Well, no,
Just the
this is
light going.
yeah." The guy's like, "No, I bought this fucking estate. It's my house. You need to leave." And the ghost is like, "No, I'm not leaving. You are." Next scene, old buddy's hauling ass in his Jeep, booking it. It's snowing. And he's like driving through what would look like a neighborhood and woods.
Yeah.
But then the camera lingers on the back seat. Lingering. An implication of something. And then it ends.
It was me.
That's it.
I was back there.
So let's go ahead. We're going to take Entity right over to the scare scale.
All right.
My story is a 0.25. You want to know why? Because he was watching a fucking movie on the short that was being shown to me. I mean, seriously, like that's what was happening. Like the part in the movie is when our main character in the Invisible Man's getting choked out in the kitchen.
Yeah, right after the
Yeah.
attic scene.
Yeah,
Which
He's
is
trying to make it very
before
meta.
before the attic scene. That's her first encounter with him.
Yeah.
It's his meta. Like, okay, look, I'm watching Invisible and it's happening.
Brad, the fact that it had to linger on the back seat to make me think that the invisible ghost man was sitting in his back seat was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Creature, I'm giving a 0.5. I like haunted houses. Is this a haunted house though? I don't know. It might be a dude in a fucking telemetry suit.
I mean, that would
It's true. You don't know.
bring up the points, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Atmosphere. I do like the snow, like how his house, like the feel of the house, like it's old, it's rickety, but he's also like in the snow, winter time, so it's almost like you can feel how cold the house is. I do like that. So my atmosphere is a 0.75. My runtime, It was about 12 minutes, I think was it.
Yeah, it was like almost the same length as mine, I'm pretty sure. Like maybe like a minute shorter.
Yeah, yours is probably bigger, Dustin. It's fine. Um,
Want to take the rulers out?
yeah. It was about a little over 12 minutes, which I was fine with. It did cruise. What killed it for me was that commercial break. Like that absolutely took me out of it, dude. Um, but with its runtime being 12 minutes, it's getting a point 0.5. The effects. I like I liked the look of the ghost sheet. Like it was cool, you know. There's also a digital book that gets brought up and smacks him in the back of the head during their fight. It looked pretty okay. The sound design was pretty good, especially the ghost part. That's about it.
Not that.
I thought it was neat. I like the inflection on its voice.
Okay. Okay.
I was fine with that. But all of that also leads me to a point 0.5, which gives me a grand total of a 2.5 for my short.
Okay, so that's average, right down the middle.
That's average for you, man. Whatever.
Hey, man.
Dustin, what did you think about Entity?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Just like the last story, it's definitely nothing we are new to. I
We just
mean,
watched it in the short, Dustin. You don't got to explain
oh,
that.
I'm going to. Trust me, I'm going to. All right, so the story, I'm unfortunately going to give this a fucking big fat zero because it's
That's fair.
like what are we doing here? Like I understand that okay, you like the Invisible Man, a lot of people do. All right. I don't know what year was this made?
It was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Okay.
Mhm.
So he's been cooking on this for a while. We'll say that. Or maybe he just saw the movie first. But I also, side note, I really want to point this out. I have a feeling that this guy was trying to get some sponsors because Amazon was used, not just for the boxes, but also Amazon Prime. He was watching on Amazon Prime. I think those cameras are also like Amazon, or he probably got them off Amazon and also Jeep. Like he had to specifically show in his car, like I'm driving a Jeep. So there's parts of me I was just like, okay, this is a little witty, but yeah, the story it's gonna be a zero. If there was something, maybe if they just didn't show that you were watching The Invisible Man, I could probably give you some points for that. But you are literally just ripping that off. But
I'm
Creature,
surprised he went with Invisible Man since, yeah, I don't know. Rights wise, like
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just short enough where you won't really get in trouble for showing anything like
maybe,
that.
maybe.
I don't know. Creature, I love things that are, unseen. I like, having the sense of dread of not knowing, but you can sense that something is there. So the creatures where I'm definitely gonna be giving it some points. I'm gonna give it a point 0.5, just because one, the Invisible Man, the original, the remake, and even like some of the oddball like spin-offs and stuff that were made of it, I love. Like I mean the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like that Invisible Man is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I love stuff like that. So you could either way, you could literally say it's a guy in a suit or it's an actual ghost. So either or, that's going to be a
Or it's
point
just a light
0.5
bulb.
or a light bulb. Yeah, or a light bulb. Um, the atmosphere. I don't know where I wanted to land with this. Like watching it, I'm like, I get the vibes of you being in a new place. You're kind of sketched out. You're by yourself, right? You're living there. You don't have anybody moving in with you. It's a big fucking house to be living there by yourself, I will say, unless you're planning on having family or friends move in with you. But I think I'm also going to be giving that a point 0.5 just because there was something left to be desired, in a way of being a little bit more creepy. Maybe solely focusing on like a one night thing, I think would have been better, in my opinion, instead of you branching out, going to the store and getting a Ouija board or whatever it may be. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a point 0.5. Runtime, I could have done with this being like a 5 minute short. I think there's a lot of things that were thrown in there. Like we'll say the church scene. I also want to go ahead and say that the acting in this is really not that great. I feel like
I can look past that. I
I
can
was
look past
trying
it.
to.
I can.
I was really trying to, but me, it was really, really bugging me, especially when he goes to see the father and he goes, "How's it going, son?" It's like the
Oh,
typical like, "Hi, son. What can I do for you, son?" Like that was, I was like, I was rolling my eyes at that. But I don't know. Maybe if this was like redone in a way that wasn't showing what you're trying to make in the short, it would be better. But I'm gonna give that a 0.25. And then the effects, like, yeah, you have some digital effects there. Lighting was kind of good, but the shots I see him having his little microphone on him was really taking me out of it too. Like underneath his shirt, I'm like, what the fuck is that blue light underneath his shirt?
So I was literally reading the comments on the short, and someone brought that up, but they're like, someone tried to justify the fact that it was a pacemaker.
the,
Shit. All right.
there were even scenes where the lights were off, but you could see the square
Yeah,
Yeah.
of it just sitting there pointing out of the shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was
yeah,
some editing mistakes, I would say there. That
yeah.
really pulled me out. I don't really think there's really anything in here that would redeem me to want to give it more than, dare I say, a zero. I feel
Fair.
like just because it's something we've seen before, right? There's nothing new being thrown. The sheet we fucking seen. We've seen people get bashed in the head with books, and like I think showing like the editing mistakes and you leaving things in there, it just feels like it was maybe rushed, and you just really wanted to get it out there. So unfortunately, I'm gonna leave that with a zero, and this is a 1.25 for me. I think this might be, I think the lowest I've ever given a short. I think.
Maybe. Brad,
Sorry.
the first comment on here says, "Okay, but homeboy basically bought a mansion and can't afford to stay at a hotel when his friend's out of town."
Yeah, literally. But you can
Yeah.
buy all these cameras.
Exact.
Exactly.
Oh my Lord, dude. Yeah, but Dustin, this production company, the it's Menzies Productions,
Yeah,
looking at their other stuff, there's a Halloween fan film called Halloween Home Intruder.
I'm afraid to watch that.
Halloween
Maybe
the
Michael
Autumn
Myers will
Killer.
have a little wireless mic
It
on.
would be a pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's two he has two fan films for the Halloween franchise.
I mean, I'll watch it,
Interesting.
but
He also has the Batman Harvest Moon,
Hmm.
Mr.
okay.
Jangles.
So you can definitely tell that this guy is like pulling from things or maybe doing parodies. Maybe this could be a parody. I don't know. If you label it parody, I would my score would be different.
There's a sci-fi comedy called Space Pirate Ninja Cowboys.
Okay.
I might have to watch that.
Etsy Trojan Horses.
I might stay away from that one.
Christmas Combat.
That's for you. That's B action right there.
It's a big action. Oh Lord. All right, Brad, what did you think of Entity?
Uh, at, there for a minute, I thought I was watching something on Tubi.
You're right at home.
So for the story, I mean, you guys have said it over multiple times that there's nothing really new here, and it's being shown to us in the short. I gave it a 0.25 for the story. I was like, "Mm, okay, this is fine, whatever. Creature, same a 0.25. Like the creature to me, it when it ended up with just that light kind of flashing in the voice, like I found myself, I know it wasn't intended this way, but I found myself laughing more often than not as I was watching because I just found either his decisions or the way he either wrote it, crafted it, whatever it was, just really? That's really okay, okay, and chuckle. Like the mic thing really made me laugh anytime I saw the blue light. I'm like, one little piece of electric tape right there, and you wouldn't see it.
Easy peasy.
Or wear a different fucking shirt, dude.
Or that.
Yeah.
And yeah, atmosphere. I like that kind of haunted feel to it, but it just didn't totally work. I think because found myself laughing at it, then it kind of took me out of maybe the seriousness of it. I wasn't fully into it. So I gave it also a 0.25. And the runtime, 12 minutes, it got to a point where it was a little long. You know, when he runs to get his Ouija board, I thought I was going to lose it.
Why
And
didn't
it's
you
like,
order that online?
exactly. Instead of the cameras that don't look like that picture wise.
Something's
I gave it a
fishy.
0.5. Like it was just a little long. Like you said, 5 minutes, maybe it could have been nice and tight, quick to the point. There were multiple scenes that didn't necessarily, like the scene with the priest didn't
My
need to be as
son.
long as it was, for one.
It probably could not even have happened, because nothing
Yeah.
came from it.
Yeah, exactly. And then the effects, I almost went 0, but I give it a 0.25 just because I did like the ghost. I liked when he did get pulled out of the bed, but I thought the sound design in this movie was horrendous. Be-
Oh. And,
you could hear like this. Like you could hear the mics ruffling, you could hear the popcorn scene was terrible.
He had a
Just
mic in
this,
his mouth when he was doing that one.
oh my goodness. Like when it was supposed to be like a ghost creepy, that sounded cool, but everything else was terrible. It was just so off. So
terrible.
terrible.
This Charles Barkley, terrible.
So it ended at a 1.5.
All right.
Wow.
Sorry, big duh. But I
No,
mean,
that's what I get for just picking one, you know?
hey man,
But
I should do that and see what I get.
I didn't do it for the last one. So turnaround grand total was a 3.58 after all
Okay.
of our scores.
All right.
And I gave it a 1.5 and saying all this, I give the dude props. He made one. He made something I haven't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll give
Yeah.
anybody props for
Well, you know what,
creating.
Brad, all you gotta do is watch a movie, set up a camera, just make sure you have a little bit of that movie in it, and just make your
Okay.
short around that.
I
All right.
mean, then you could do that. You look at the door and you see black spaghetti fingers come over and grab it.
Black yeah, fuck.
But
Oh
that
man.
that
I really wanted that one to be so much better than what it was.
that gives us a 1.75 for entity.
Oh, that has to be like our lowest score. Oh, sorry,
Um,
filmmaker.
I don't think it is. I mean, let me look at Heck real quick.
Oh shit, don't even. That's probably like literally a 0.2.
Let's see, 1.75.
The heckening.
The hecking. Oh, Lord have mercy.
That was a long time ago.
Uh,
It had to been like episode like 8 or something.
what was it?
It was like really early on. Within like the first like couple of months, I want to say. So we had Parker on it, right?
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh, what was the?
It's like,
Oh, so Heck was a 1.58.
oh,
This
so what? It beat it up by like a couple points.
1.75. All right, so yeah, it's the new lowest.
All right.
That's it. Brad, you have a standard now, okay?
All right. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Good to
All
know.
right, Brad, bring us home with you wake to find yourself alone in the
I
woods.
think my title alone was longer than the score of Entity.
Yep.
All right. So you wake to find yourself alone in the woods. We open in the woods. I know you're surprised.
Whoa.
And then we cut there's a man laying against a tree. He wakes up and he's looking around. He's kind of confused, sitting there like, where am I? What's going on? And then we get a narrator comes on to over everything. You wake to find yourself alone in the woods. And he's like, what? What was like, did I hear something? He looks around to see who said that. He's thinking he's hearing things. And then the narrator continues on, continues basically talking about setting the scene and what is going on and what is happening. The man is it starts talking back, and the narrator starts telling about the dark things that could be happening, as night kind of is coming, things that can get you in the woods, like bears, a moose. And he's like,
Yeah.
what, like a moose? He's like,
Are moose dangerous?
and, and then the guy says, what about serial killers? And the narrator's, well, yeah, there is one. So then we cut to a man who just killed somebody. And then you get another voice narration that comes over, a little darker, a little more sinister sounding. And the man, you only see the man from the back, and then he grabs this mask, kind of like a wood mask. Think of it kind of like the mask that Vince Vaughn wears in Freaky.
Oh, I
Puts
was
that,
also thinking like the mask
oh,
before it
or
gets
that,
all
yeah,
like
like the mask, kind of like that a little bit, yeah. He puts on this mask, turns around, and we cut back to the other man.
Turns around.
He turns around. Cut back to the other man, still trying to figure out what he needs to do, asking the narrator, and the narrator is telling him basically that this killer is coming. You're gonna have to. He's telling him you can't run away. You're gonna have to hide, and he tells him like go hide behind this rock because he said that he had to pee, and he's like, really now? So he sends him behind a rock to hide, and right as he goes up to it, we see up out in the distance, up in the trees, is the serial killer with his mask on. Hold on 1 second. And then when we cut the man going behind the rock, and he sits there, kind of sits kind of in he rests for a second, and then he starts to go to the bathroom. Got to
It's like
urinate right in the woods.
he's like, "What's wrong? Or you can't?" It's he goes, "It's typical for
And
normal male nature with their
yeah,
prostate to not
and
allow them."
he can't
something wrong with my
pee.
prostate?
So
Something
the
wrong with me?
narrator he talks about his enlarged prostate, and then the man starts singing this pee song as the
This pee
narrator
song.
is talking about how the killer is coming, and he's not gonna know because it's so loud, back and forth. Back and forth, and then the killer comes up, and I think right here is where he says to the narrator of like, why didn't you warn me? And he was like, well, you were singing your pee song,
Yeah.
I
so you
did.
couldn't hear
Yeah.
me.
Oh.
All the while, and we in between this, we do cut back to the killer with that dark, sinister voice talking to him of telling him what he needs to do. And then when they come together, the killer shows up with a pickaxe, and his dark voice is he's ready. He's gonna kill. And then the two narrators start arguing. One starts talking about how he cheated with his wife, and they start going back and forth, and the two guys are just kind of looking like, what the hell? The narrators just keep going, and the guy looks at the serial killer and is like, did he tell you to do this? And he's like, do you want to go talk about it? And he just kind of like nods to him, and they walk off screen. Credits start rolling, and these two narrators are just still bickering back and forth through the whole credits,
That's
all the
good
way to the
shit.
end.
Were you gonna kill me? Did you want to?
Did you want to? Do you want to go talk about it?
Oh yeah.
So this one for the story, we're set in the woods. It's nothing super new set in the woods. You have a your typical serial killer, but they give it that nice little twist with these two narrators, kind of voiceovers for each man. And I was like, you know what? This is a nice little a little twist to that. So I'm gonna give the story a 1. And then the creature, I mean, really, I guess the creature would, you could say the serial killer or the men, but then maybe the creature really is the narrators. So I give it a point 0.5 because I don't fully know who you would define as the creature in this. Atmosphere, again, you're in the woods. You have your typical killer, and you kind of give it this silly overtone to it, and I gave it a 1. I enjoyed it. Just thought it was just kind of fun riding along with these two separate guys as they're kind of getting their two stories. And the runtime, it's 9 minutes 45 seconds. It breezes by pretty quickly. Give it a 1. Effects, there really isn't much to it. You get a little bit when we first see the serial killer when he is killing his first victim, but there isn't really too much there. So I just gave it a point 0.5. So my total is a 4.
Oh wow.
Nice. All right.
No, this one's a fun one. I enjoyed this one.
Was this a horror hound one?
It did play at Horror Hound a couple years ago.
Smells
At this
smells like
point,
it.
we can just automatically assume it's always going to be a whorehound if Brad brought it.
I figure, you know what? You might not have seen a lot of these. I'm gonna go back. I go back and look through and go, oh yeah, I remember this one's fun, and you can watch it out there now. So I'm gonna drop this one out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Dustin, what did you think of the really long titled short?
Oh, I dug this one. Out of like the bunch that we were talking about tonight, I think this probably would have been my favorite out of all of them. The story, yeah, it starts off kind of typically like, okay, guys, waking up in the woods. Oh God, what's gonna happen? Gonna get a voiceover. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're gonna be witty with this one. All right, let's go. So with that, it really threw me off and I enjoyed it. So that's gonna be 1. I thought that the story was really, even though like the going down to like the bottom of it, yes, it's something we've seen before, but
Mhm.
the overtones of everything way different, and I really, really enjoyed it. Um, with the creature, I'm right there with you too, Brad. I was like, I don't know what I would want to label the creature. So I also gave it a point 0.5, just for like not knowing which way I wanted to go with it. You could say it was the narrators because I think they did this on purpose. They latched on to somebody so
Mhm.
that way they could get together and made this guy kill, which is kind of absurd. But anyway, point 0.5. Atmosphere, just like my short, I love being secluded. I love being in the woods. Anything goes down there, like you're away from everybody. Like anything could happen. A moose could come kill you. I mean, who knows? So I'm gonna give that a 1. I really, really enjoyed everything up to that. With him, with our main dude, not the evil dude, but our main dude with him, it's like, always bickering back and forth to, or, finding this rock, having to take a piss and like not being able to do it was really, really cool and funny. Um, and then runtime, yep, it's below 10 minutes. It definitely used everything to its ability, even during the credits, but they're still like going at each other. I thought that was really, really funny and a good way to keep you wanting to watch the credits. I feel like that's a way, kind of a cheat code if you're putting this into like festivals, is to be like, oh, I'm still having something go on during the credits, so I have an excuse to kind of make my credits a little longer. So I'm like, no, all right, these guys know what they're doing. So with that, it's also going to be a 1. I think that they used everything to their ability and probably even more. Uh, and then the effects. Yeah, I'm right there too. Like, yeah, we see him kill somebody, sort of. I was gonna mainly put the effects to the mask because I thought like, yeah, it looks really basic, but also looks like they did a lot of work to it and that they were really trying to make it look a certain way. And it really just gave me like the mask vibes before, it gets transformed into whoever's wearing it. But I'm gonna give that a point 0.5, and that's gonna leave me with also a 4.
Hell
Sweet.
yeah.
Big
Hell yeah. So I'm right there with you guys with the story. This is something we haven't, all night we've had stories we've, seen before, but they've all had like their own little twist on them. And this one, I really liked the narrator taking the wheel
yeah,
of this one. Um, Having him interact with our main guy, and then how the killer has his own narrator that he interacts with, I really liked. So that's gonna get a 0.75 for me for the story. The creature, I am lumping the killer and the narrators together because yes, we have a serial killer. He just recently killed somebody, and I feel like the narrators are the inner voices that people hear, and
sure.
having this guy literally get driven insane by his, you know, was awesome. So creature is a 1. Atmosphere, I like the wood setting a lot. I like it, nice, and it felt cozy out there. I'd probably be able to pee real quick though.
Yeah. That's good.
Um, but the atmosphere is a 1. Runtime, this was a breeze. This was a breeze to get through. Nothing lingered. Nothing felt like it needed to be taken out. Nothing out of place. That's a 1. The effects, the mask looked awesome. The mask looked really good. The sound design is really good in this one. Way better than another one. But it it was awesome, man. I really dug it. Like you heard all the crackling of the sticks. You heard all the heavy breathing. The narrator's voice was good. Both narrators' voices were good. They were different. And then when they start brawling, it's good shit, man. The effects are a 1, which leaves me with a 4.75 for the short.
Nice. For some reason, my brain is itching right now. Was there a scary movie where there was a narrator where one of the main characters like fought it or something?
Couldn't
It
tell
was
you.
kind of making me think of something that maybe was in a scary movie. I don't remember though. I could be completely
Hmm.
wrong.
It's been a while since I've watched those.
Yeah, I need to do a rewatch since the new one's coming out just to get myself prepared.
Yeah. So with that score, that gives us a grand total of a 3.19 for tonight's Tales.
3.19.
Da da da. Oh, 316.
Hell
Brad,
yeah.
what order would you watch these in?
What order? I think I would start with Turnaround. We'll start with a little darker wood story and then move to You Wake to Find Yourself Alone in the Woods. And then finish off with Entity, because then, by the end, if you got a little bored and need to turn off, you could.
Dustin, what about you?
I'd go Entity, turn around, and then Wake in the Woods. I'd just like while Entity is going, I'm gonna go get my popcorn, just get it kind of going,
You're gonna get your popcorn.
and yeah, and maybe I'll throw on the Invisible Man too in the background. And I'm like, oh, the other shorts are playing. All right, shit, I gotta shut that off now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
filmmaker. I know that we're kind of dogging on you, but I'll
it's
check out your other stuff and see how that
creative
is.
criticism, yeah. I'd watch them in the order we did them today. I'd watch Turnaround, Entity, and then Brad's. Because I would need something to pick me back up.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man.
hmm
But that's the good thing. That's what these tests are for.
Yeah. I think I'm having a goal set for myself, I think, and for the show for the, the next 2 episodes. I'm gonna try to find the most fucking depressing horror shorts I can find. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Why?
It's something that I've been wanting to do, and like I just think it would be funny. I don't know. We'll see what I cook up. We'll see.
Lord have mercy.
That means you need to find all the upbeat ones to
I already have my next one picked out. Dang it, Dustin. But Brad, always a pleasure. Going to go ahead and let everybody
yeah.
know what you got going on at the Tomb of Terrors.
Like always, I think I'm out and you pull me back in.
Turn around.
Right now, I mean, I was on a small break. I still released a few things, but a little bit of a break. And back this week with more indie films. I have Dragon, a movie with James Paxton, Bill Paxton's son, that I
Oh,
have coming
okay.
out. And of course, the year of Paul Nashi, we just released one with Brett from Dissect That Film. You guys will be coming on here very shortly to be I forgot which one we're chatting about, but
I always forget.
I do too.
Well, we'll get
I
there
have it all I
when the
have it
time
all written
comes.
down. But
I could have
yeah,
sworn I picked one for December.
yeah, it's later, but we'll record, before then because I like to do that. I want to be ahead,
Brad, it's
and then I
summer right
won't
now.
edit it until it's done.
The day of, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm having fun. I got to meet Big D and Anna last weekend, and that was a blast. And I'm just enjoying coming on here, enjoying what I'm doing, and having a good time.
Hell
Well,
yeah, man.
Brad, we love having you on here. You are such like a ray of sunshine. You really are. I love having you on here, man.
Yeah, even though you make fun of my shorts, it's okay.
Well, you soiled them, dude.
Do
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Oh,
That's how you clean your shorts, right? You put them in your mouth. You go,
oh man. But yeah, Dustin, we got some cool shit coming up, man.
yeah, real soon. Like this was a long month. March was a very long month.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because it was your birthday month, but like I just felt like it wasn't ending. And but I feel like next month is gonna it's gonna go by so fast, and I'm not gonna know what to do with myself.
Yeah. I know what I'm gonna do with myself
Oh
on
yeah,
April 30th through May 4th.
oh yeah. And what's that?
That is head up to Salem for
Salem, New
Salem.
Hampshire. Nice.
Yeah, New Hampshire. Yeah, for Salem Horror Fest 9. We're one away from space.
I, I'm gonna make sure that happens. I think
Yeah.
this
Although,
year we got to pitch it and be like, come on, guys, you know what you got to do.
Yeah,
if you were a leprechaun, you already would have went to space.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
absolutely true.
yeah.
But
Same with if you were Pinhead, you would have went to space also.
already we're just talking about the big guy himself, I guess. But we are headed to Salem as one of the official sponsors, and have a heavier hand in the social media presence for the festival as well,
Yeah, dude.
which is going to be amazing. So, uh, your short films, your feature links, we're here for them.
Yeah,
So,
we will be. We're gonna try to what I want to do at least if we are not so exhausted by the end of whatever day we're doing. But when we get back to the hotel, I want to try to do like a mini recap of something. Maybe we'll put it up on. I don't want to keep it out as a Patreon thing. I want it to be kind of for everybody. So maybe we'll do like weird little video recaps. I know you'll be doing a lot more on like Instagram and stuff like that, but I do want to do something on all platforms. Maybe
yeah,
try to do you while you're doing something on
OnlyFans.
Instagram, maybe I'll go and do like a live on like YouTube or something. We'll see.
There you go. Yeah,
We'll play it out.
yeah.
There's a
Well,
lot of things that we're going to be juggling, but we'll make it all work. And I do want to say because I think this is real big news is that we are going to be the guest of honor, the head guest there, Mick Garris. We are going to be having an interview with him. We are slated for that. I think on Friday. So that would be coming out whenever. I don't know the length of the interview. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's happening. So I have that in the can, and I'm really really stoked for that.
yeah, it's going to be great. A lot of opportunities coming from Salem Horror Fest.
Hell yeah,
And lastly, we really like to thank, as always, Creeperama. Creeperama.
dude,
Not only do they have our fronts, but they have our backs.
Brad, this shirt is fucking awesome. Like it's tie dyed, and it's also like you can feel this. I don't know what that's called. You would know because you were doing printing.
It's ink.
Well, yeah, whatever, whatever.
Yeah, it's screen printed.
Yeah,
It's got stuff on it.
Have you washed it yet?
once, yep.
Okay. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's screen print. It's just your typical plastisol ink, you know. I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah. And
Looks
one thing I
really good.
like about tie-dye too is like none of them are the same because obviously they have to do them
Oh,
all different. So every
no.
time you get a tie-dye shirt, they're all going to be one of a kind.
Yeah, but you can head over to Creeperama and use the code Barrens10 to get yourself 10% off on anything you purchase. That includes pre-orders.
Yes, and I like to state that that is unheard of. I don't
Yeah.
know of any company that allows you to get percentage off on pre-orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Creeperama, Barrens10, get yourself a discount.
Hell yeah. And something
That's
for us too.
that's something for us, yeah.
It was this
Give us
Big
a
D's birthday.
yeah. You know, I like shirts.
You also
I
get a
like
really cool fucking sticker.
I like stuff. Yeah, I got a card right here that says
Yeah, I have one of
be
those stickers.
get
Big
in
D gave me one of
the
those
creep
stickers.
club.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
dude.
but Dustin, what do we gotta do to get out of here?
As always, thank you, Brad. It's always great having you here for these tales when Anna is unable to be here. We miss her, we do. But it's also really cool having you on because I like seeing the shorts that you've seen, especially from Horror Hound. I was joking earlier, but it is really cool to see the ones that I haven't seen because Salem Horror Fest, they have 3 days of shorts and they're like 3 4 hour blocks. So when I don't see something and you see something, it's really cool to see that. So that's really, really awesome. But other than that, thank you to everybody who tunes into the show, who's been supporting us and supporting all our friends like Brad, Parker, Anna, and Big D's shows. It means a lot. This whole community as a whole, as podcasters and people who listen and consume our content, dare I say, are amazing. And I I don't know if I would still be doing this, say like a year ago, if I didn't, meet Big Duh and the crew and everybody else along for the ride. It's been really, really fun. And to see where we are now with like Sam Horror Fest and with you guys with Horror Hound now and all these other festivals have been doing like remote coverage for it's been awesome. To have that type of opportunity is something I didn't think I would ever be able to do. So just thank you. Thank you. But if you do want to support us a little bit further than that, you can go over to our Patreon for $2 a month.
$2, Bob.
And you get all of our episodes up to a week early. My Out of the Basket with Little D is on a little bit of a hiatus with some personal life changes going on. It would either be back this week or the following week. And I will say I am picking it up. I am going to be talking about Resident Evil Requiem and some other stuff surrounding Resident Evil because I love Resident Evil. So that will be the next episode, and that always drops on Wednesday. And then whenever that's posted on Friday on socials is when I'll be pulling the next one for the following week. So that's what's going to be on there. And if you can't support us on Patreon, that's totally fine because we're also on all audio and video platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, YouTube, and Spotify. We're pretty much everywhere, and it's really cool to see. I can see where people listen the most and what they, kind of drift to. And I think as of late, there's been a lot more people wanting to watch videos. So we're seeing a lot of interaction on our Spotify video instead of a Spotify audio, which is kind of interesting. So thank you guys so much for rating, liking, subscribing, commenting. It means a lot. And we get to see what you guys are into. And sometimes we get suggestions on what we want to watch, or sometimes shorts. You guys send us our shorts, which you can always email, which we haven't been plugging this. And I feel like we probably should start doing that more.
Oh yeah.
Is plug the email where you can send shorts. It's just the BHO podcast at gmail.com. Or you can directly, interact with us on Instagram. Big D's always active over there. I go in there and check on things every now and then, but those are the easiest way to reach out to us for short films, whether good, bad, long, short. We want to watch them. So, especially for this show. But I think other than that, we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna say goodnight, and hopefully we don't wake up in the woods.
Yeah,
Bye.
don't yoink me out of the bed.
Yoink. All right, bye guys.